Happy Thursday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whenever it is that you're watching this. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If it's Thursday or Friday, great news. You've still got time left. Valentine's Day is just around the corner. If it's Saturday or Sunday, too late. Hope you planned ahead. Anyway, Valentine's Day is a time when some of us are thinking a little bit about precious metals, gold and silver. Or maybe you've just been paying attention to the commodities markets over the last few months, and holy crap, they are going pretty nuts. I don't know if by the time this thing comes out, gold will still be at like record high prices, or maybe it's the new record high price. But it's been kind of crazy. The combination of all of these things, though, has had me thinking about gold and silver a little bit, and actually about the refining process for those metals. Have you ever looked into that and how we get pure gold, like pure 18 karat gold, pure silver? It's kind of a crazy process. So I did a little bit of a deep dive on it the other day, and let me just give you the highlights. So the first thing that happens if we're going to refine gold, so it's mined out of the ground ore, right? So we collect all this ore, and then all of that gets melted down and it gets into this like rough ingot form of gold. But then it has to get refined. So here's how that goes. First, it gets melted. That happens at just under 2,000 degrees. So they have to get it really hot. After it's melted, it gets washed with either acid, usually, or chlorine gas. Sounds pretty fun. After that, they wash it again with some other chemicals, and then it's cooled off and then heated up and recast again into bars. And actually, that process can happen several times. It's like this iterative process sometimes to heat it up, get it cleaner, purer, let it cool down, heat it up, get it cleaner, purer, over and over. Nothing about that process sounds clean or fun. In fact, it sounds pretty dirty and dangerous and hard. Same thing happens to us too, I think. And I actually think we should look at it as a gift. So the thing that we're doing when we are refining gold or silver is that we are making it purer. We are making it more and more of itself to the point where that's all that's left. And the only way that can happen is by going through this really dirty, dangerous, hard process. There's not a shortcut to just look at it while it's in its natural state and only select the very pure gold. That doesn't work. It doesn't work to just try and pick out little parts here and there, but leave it mostly intact. We're going through the process, and it kind of sucks. This same thing is how we grow as leaders. It's how we grow as humans. Constantly. We get the opportunity, we get the gift of going through challenges in our life that are uncomfortable, dirty, dangerous, not very fun. But on the backside of those challenges, after we've been through the heat and learned a little bit more about ourselves, or learned a little bit more about what we care about, or gotten rid of parts of us that were not serving us anymore, we're better. We're more of who we are. We're more of us. I do think it is adversity, or these challenges that we face, that helps us build and develop capabilities, that helps us build and develop values, that helps us test our purpose, test our mettle, test those skills in ways that ultimately makes us better in the end. We can't do all of those things when we're comfortable. We don't push ourselves to do all of those things when we're comfortable. And so On this Valentine's Day, if you face a difficult situation, or not on Valentine's Day, because that's not really related to this at all, the next time you face a difficult situation, I hope that you'll look at it as a gift. I hope that you will reframe it in your mind as another lap through the furnace, another wash in the acid to refine your own capabilities, to refine who you are into more of you. Well, that was pretty happy. Some of the episodes that we do here on With Purpose, I think, are really encouraging, and some are a little bit harder, a little bit more melancholy. Today's probably one of those. That process, that refining process is not a fun thing, but we all get the opportunity to go through it, and I do hope we look at it as a gift. I have a couple things that I want to ask you about, a couple questions to help you process that some more for yourself. But before we get to that and we start our planning time, I want to make sure we start it like we always do, with gratitude. So what is it that you are especially grateful for this week? So, of course, as you know, linked in the show notes or wherever you're finding this podcast is a planner that we've made especially to go with this episode and every episode we do. So make sure you check that out. Second question that I want to ask is there anything that you have been putting off? All right, now time for a little bit of application for what we've talked about today. And the first question is this: looking back at a past tough time, what capability or insight did you gain from that you can point to today? Second question is, what's one way I can help my team or organization or family see a current challenge we're facing as a refining opportunity rather than just a problem to endure? Well, that's all for this week's episode. I hope it was impactful, and I hope you will join me again right here next week on With Purpose. Have a great week, everybody.